Okay, so I'm gonna go over what you would do against a character or player who likes to try to get out of pressure all the time. Just like, um, a lot of people who would normally mash if they had a character with a free invincible move, then their reaction probably would just be to use it all the time. So, right now I have Ryu doing his meterless invincible DP. And what will happen is if I'm plus, but there is any frames at all where he's not in block stun, then he's going to try and use invincibility to get out, which he can. So, like my example yesterday, I do these twice, and it's like plus 2 or 3 or whatever. So there's a small like 2 or 3 frame gap in between. So if I try it again, he is able to hit me out of it. He gets 120 damage and 150 stun. So let's see what I get if I block it. Okay, so I get more than half of his stun bar, 652, and more than twice his damage, almost 3 times actually. So that's just one bar, just for one bar in the corner. But I get at least, even mid-screen meterless, oh whoops, I get at least twice the reward. So there's 238 and 410 stun. And still he only gets 120, 150. So I'm getting, no matter where we are on the screen, if he wants to try and use that to get out, he's taking at least twice the risk than I am for just pressing this button again. So that's basically the weakness. And this exists. This isn't just Rashid. This has existed in like every fighting game that has invincibility DPs, which is like most of them, except for like NRS games and 3D games. Um, and the risk reward is usually the same as this right here, except for like MKX, where you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna armor out, and it turns out, I was like, if you're Kung Lao, you do the hat spin, try to throw them, and they armor the throw. It's like, all right, so now they get 36% or whatever, and you were just trying to get 12. It's obviously not the same kind of scenario as what's going to happen to Street Fighter 5 here. Because, like I said, he gets 120, and then I get 238. So it's obviously in my favor and in his favor to not take that damage in stun. So most players, especially at high levels, will normally they'll be more confident in their defense and they'll say, you know what, I'll just keep blocking because I know I can. If he walks forward, I can tech his throw, and I know he's going to get pushed away eventually, so I'll just keep blocking. So, but some of them, like Kazunoko and Sonic Fox, actually like a little bit crazy, so they won't do it every time, but they'll think like, oh, he keeps doing this, like I'm not going to let him keep doing that forever. So one of these times I'm going to DP out. And MKX, it's like, wow, that was great, like such a great decision because you just got so much reward. In this game, it's okay. Like it does get you, like the best thing that happens is it gets you out of his pressure, and then that's it really. Like it's like, all right, once you have him out, what are you gonna do? It's not hard for him to get back in. So, you know, let's see. I think I have his heavy DP recorded as well. I haven't tested this yet, but I already have an idea. Okay, so his heavy DP 240 or 140, 200, so it does like 20 more damage and a little bit more stun. Still has a lot of invuln, surprisingly. It's just a little slower, I guess. But but it's the same deal. I mean, if he does that, I might even be able to get like I can get a fucking full jump in on him. If I can time it right. Oh, I messed that one up. Ah. Well, anyways, you can get, of course, just like another big combo on him for the same kind of deal. fact, I, as a Ryu player, might start doing heavy DP. I didn't know I had that much invuln. But it's like, if you're going to take the risk, might as well, like, take it all the way, right? Alright, well, anyways, you can still get, like, your crush counters and, you know, just like whatever big damage combo you want for him trying that. Oh shit, that works. But yeah, so it's like the same thing, basically. You're just going to punish him for doing that. Not a big deal. Like, he's still taking way more risk than you are for trying it. So, and that's Street Fighter and fighting games for the most part.